Anthony, Fox News.
Bad policies like Medicare for all, free everything, and impossible promises that'll turn off independent voters and get Trump reelected.
Bernie Sanders told John Delaney, you're wrong.
Medicare for all is comprehensive. It covers all health care needs.
Elizabeth Warren also chided the moderates at the Democratic presidential debate on CNN, saying stop using
Republican talking points.
And she advocated making illegal immigration no longer illegal.
The criminalization statute is what gives Donald Trump the ability to take children away from their parents.
Steve Bullock countered that'll make things worse.
If we decriminalize entry, if we give health care to everyone, we'll have multiples of that.
You know which candidate was Googled the most and trending? Marianne Williamson.
I don't think the Democratic Party should be surprised that so many Americans believe yada, yada, yada. It is time for us to start over.
Now tonight, the second round. Frontrunner Joe Biden, 9 other candidates will debate in Detroit. A federal judge made President Trump happy, throwing out a Democratic National Committee lawsuit alleging his campaign conspired with Russia to hack the DNC. The judge ruled that's not factual. The president tweeted another complete and total vindication. A month after President Trump's third meeting with Kim Jong-un, yet another North Korean missile test. Fox's Simon Owen has details live.
Dave, a U.S. official describing today's test as looking very similar to one we saw last week. South Korea saying North Korea has launched 2 short-range missiles from its east coast. It did the same thing last Thursday, on that occasion complaining about plans for joint U.S.-South Korea military exercises. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is beginning a trip to Asia today, telling reporters en route he doesn't know when U.S.-North Korea nuclear talks will restart, but that he hopes it will be soon. Dave?
This is Fox News.
When the sand gets hot, you gotta move fast, like a dog chasing a Frisbee. Move just as fast to the Ford Hurry Up and Save sales event. Because for the first time ever, you can get 20% estimated savings on select Ford vehicles. Plus, earn complimentary maintenance through Ford Pass Rewards. Don't let this hot deal on America's best-selling brand pass you by. Get into the Ford Hurry Up and Save sales event. Based on 2010 through 2018 calendar year sales. Modem must be activated within 60 days of purchase through the Ford Pass app on a smartphone and remain active for at least 6 months after activation. Eligible on select 2019 model year vehicles. Vehicle must have arrived at dealer at least 61 days prior to the sale date. Estimated savings include an average dealer discount based on a sales survey of average discounts offered by Ford dealers nationally. Discount may vary. Dealer determines price. For all offers, take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by 9/3/19. See participating dealer for complete details.
They still don't know what triggered the 19-year-old gunman who police say shot up the Gilroy, California Garlic Festival Sunday, murdering 2 kids and an adult, wounding 12 more until police killed him.
We have no reason to believe at this point that he was targeting any protected characteristics of or any class.
FBI agent Craig Fair, they say Santino Ligon was a kind of a loner who went to high school in Gilroy but was living in Nevada afterward. His social media posts are being scrutinized. In one, he talked about a book popular with white supremacists. In Mississippi, the Walmart worker who police say murdered 2 co-workers in their store yesterday in the South Havens, recovering after surgery. He was shot and wounded by police.
The coroner in DeSoto County identified one of the victims as Anthony Brown, a store manager, found dead inside the store. A relative says a second victim is Brandon Gales, who was shot in the parking lot. The man who killed them and also shot and injured a cop was identified by DA John Champion.
The suspect's name is Martez Abram.
He's in custody after being shot by another officer. A DeSoto County grand jury will officially charge Abram with murder as a result of what stemmed from an apparent employee grievance. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
A star on YouTube you may have watched has died.
The star and creator of the YouTube channel The King of Random dies in a paragliding accident. The family of Grant Thompson says the 38-year-old went missing Monday. Search and rescue crews found his body in St. George, Utah yesterday, thanks to the GPS locator he was wearing. In a post on Instagram, Thompson's family urging fans to do a random act of love or kindness today in honor of the King of Random. Carmen Roberts, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are rising before an expected Federal Reserve interest rate cut. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Hey, good last day of July. It is July 31, 2019. Our local news now brought to you by Thomas & Ellers Insurance, your local independent auto owner's insurance agent. Contact Justin or Dave today. 217-356-2400 or visit thomas-ellers.com.
Good morning. I'm Jamie Monticelli with your ESPN 93.5 local news update. Testimony is set to begin today in the case of a man accused of killing his friend in a drunken driving wreck. 28-year-old Chad Smith is accused in the crash that killed 32-year-old Michael Donahue of Mahomet. Smith had rejected a plea deal that would have given him 8 years. Smith is charged with 2 counts of driving under the influence. At the time of the crash, early on the morning of July 14th of last year, Sheriff's Office officials say Smith and Donahue had been drinking in the beer tent at the Fisher Fair. Smith was driving when he lost control of the vehicle on a county road. Donahue was ejected from the vehicle and died at the scene. Crunch Fitness plans to open a business in the former Toys R Us space in North Champaign. Crunch Fitness says it'll bring awesome classes, miles of cardio, and tons of free weights to the new $6 million, 36,000 square foot fitness facility. The News Gazette says a building permit for the location is under review. You're up to date. I'm Jamie Monticelli.
In this moment, who has your back? Do you know the name of your insurance agent? Does your agent know your name? Or would you call a 1-800 number that connects you with who? Another state? Another country? Get a local independent insurance agent with Auto Owners Insurance. Someone you can call when bad stuff happens. In this moment, get an agent who will protect you in that moment.
Contact Justin or Dave at Thomas & Ellers Insurance in Champaign today. 217-356-2400. Here's your weather brought to you by the Blossom Basket Florist. From simple to simply magnificent with 2 locations. Village at the Crossing, Champaign, Cunningham, and Urbana, 367 Rose, or blossombasket.com. Good morning, Diane Ducey.
Morning, Stevie. Looks terrific with the sunshine. Today's high 80, 55 our low tonight. 82 with mostly sunny conditions tomorrow, down to around 59 in the evening. 84 the high, both Friday and Saturday with partly cloudy conditions. Sunshine expected on Sunday now with just a 20% chance of rain. Right now, the temperature's at 62. ESPN 93.5.
Well, big game last night. Went to the Cardinals this time, 2-1. We'll have those recaps coming up. Cardinals beat the Cubs. They're now alone in first place. If you went to bed and missed it, Milwaukee lost in 10 innings at Oakland. Oakland's a really good team. So the standings this morning, the Cubs are 1 behind the Cardinals. Milwaukee 2 behind the Cardinals as that tight Central Division continues. More on that coming up. Trade deadline today at 3 Central, 4 Eastern time. What will happen? Will the Cubs make a deal? Will the Cardinals make a deal? Both indicate they're trying to get her done by the deadline today. We'll find out. All right, CNN had the debate last night. Part 1, the debate last night in Detroit.
I have had it with a president that says one thing on TV that has your back, and then you get home and you see those charges for prescription drugs and cable and college.
If we embrace a far-left agenda, they're going to say we're a bunch of crazy socialists. If we embrace a conservative agenda, you know what they're going to do? They're going to say we're a bunch of crazy socialists.
This is an example of wish list economics. It used to be just Republicans who wanted to repeal and replace. Now many Democrats do as well.
Second of all, maybe you did that and made money off of health care, but our job is to run a nonprofit health care system.
It's the committee to defend the president. Chairman, former Colorado State Senator Ted Harvey. What'd you think, Ted?
Well, it was the moderate Democrat governors and one congressman going up against a bunch of whack job leftists, and I think it was a pretty entertaining night, but I think that nobody's going to come out of that except for the 2 whack job socialists that are raising all the money and have all the support in the Democrat Party, because after this debate, they're going to winnow down the field, and I think most of those people that were on that stage tonight aren't going to be there after this week.
I thought John Delaney, he doesn't have a chance in the world, but I thought John Delaney he looked like a right-winger up there.
Well, John Delaney and the governor from Colorado, John Hickenlooper, where I'm from, and the governor of Montana, I thought they seemed like pretty reasonable Democrats. But none of them have even 1% polling, and none of them are raising any money. So I don't think we're going to see them after last night. And the rest of them, it was a left-wing radical freak show, in my opinion.
So Marianne Williamson, you're telling me, doesn't have a chance, huh?
Well, I'm actually going to try to raise money for her because I think it's important for her to be on the debate stage for every debate moving forward. She brings great entertainment to the entire discussion.
Well, and she does. There are nuggets of wisdom in there that actually make some sense. I mean, I don't know. Listen, it's something to watch. And I'm just really head shaking right now about the left and how they think in the general that can win. But I don't know. It reminds me. Remember Jim Webb, who was on the stage with Bernie and Hillary in 2016? And here's Jim Webb up there, and he's looking around going, what am I doing here? He was a moderate Democrat and just got blown out. I don't know. Tonight we got Joe Biden, Kamala Harris. I think Kamala Harris is the one to watch. I just think in this age of identity politics, a woman of color, well-spoken, I think she's the one that could pose some problems.
I've been saying that since day one. Well, first off, though, I think Joe Biden is so far ahead that he's just going to be playing prevent defense and try not to do or say anything that will make him lose the lead that he has, because I don't see him losing that unless he just completely blows up. But you're right, Kamala Harris checks all the boxes, just like you were saying. She's minority, she's female, she's from California, where she has a lot of money coming out of that state. But she's also far left as well. She's also the one that raised her hand with everybody else last time around, saying that she would give free health care to anybody who crossed our borders illegally. And she's for Medicaid for all. She's for free college. She's for free K for everybody. These guys are so far to the left that I think that the moderate unaffiliated out there are going to look at this group of people and say, that's not the Democrat Party of JFK, the Democrat Party of my parents and grandparents, and I just can't go there. And I think in the end, Trump is the one that won the debate 2 weeks ago, and he's won the debate last night as well.
I think John Kennedy would get blown off the stage these days. He's not even close to being that. I mean, he was.
That's right.
Yeah, he was liberal, but he wasn't like that. I mean, it's something to watch. All right, so tonight, Biden has said he's going to be aggressive. Do you think he will?
I can't imagine that he will. He is so far ahead in the Democrat polling that all he has to do is just keep his mouth shut and not say anything stupid, and he's going to win the primary. If I were consulting him, that's what I would be telling him. But Kamala's got to go aggressive again to separate herself from the rest of the pack. Yeah,
and I tell you, every time I see Tulsi Gabbard, again, there's somebody that I listen. I mean, she seems very composed and impressive. She didn't have a ghost of a chance either. The ones that I kind of like are getting 1% in the Democratic Party, so that's where I am, I guess. So.
Yep.
All right.
I think it's interesting that Gabbard was doing so well after the last debate that Google, whenever you tried to Google her name, she wouldn't show up.
Wow.
And now she's suing Google for $50 million.
So
I think Google has already has somebody that they want to win this primary.
That is, I knew she sued, but I didn't catch that. So because she did get attention and Google blocked her. That's awful. That is so lame.
Yep.
Terrible. What a shock. Ted Harvey, how do people connect with you?
Well, thank you. All of your listeners, if you would go to the committeetodefendthepresident.com and follow us there. You can follow us on Facebook at Committee to Defend the President or on Twitter at defend_Trump.
Ted Harvey, pleasure. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, buddy. Have a great day. God bless.
God bless you from Denver, Colorado. ESPN 93.5. Okay, what do you think? Who won the debate if you watched? Anybody watch it? I got to admit I was watching Cubs-Cardinals, but I did tape the debate and blow through that. 359-2255. You want to text in this morning? Well, game one goes to the Cardinals in a heck of a game.
It does. The final was 2-1 with the Cardinals on top. And we've got your Redbird recap now.
John Rooney, there's nothing like good pitching and timely hitting in this game. Timely hitting from Paul Goldschmidt in the 6th inning, and the player of the week in the National League has gone 12 for his last 33, 10 runs scored for Paul Goldschmidt, 7 home runs, 14 RBIs, and for good measure, he's been on with 2 walks. But that home run found the bullpen in left center field, and it made a winner out of Giovanni Gallegos after Adam Wainwright had a good start. And then Carlos Martinez followed Andrew Miller. Martinez picked up his 11th save, a 2-1 Redbird winner. The Cardinals are all alone in first place.
By a full game over the Chicago Cubs, and we're on the air tonight at 6:20 with the pregame show as Hendricks, a 7-game winner, will go against Miles Michaelis, also a 7-game winner. 7:15 is game time. Cardinals win it last night at Busch Stadium before a sellout crowd, 2-1 on the Goldschmidt home run.
This season, take in a Cardinals game like an MVP. All-inclusive tickets are on sale now and feature a full buffet, complimentary bar, plus a great view of the game with lots of great areas to choose from, like the UMB Champions Club, Proficient Red Jacket Club, Coca-Cola Scoreboard Patio, and more. There's something for every budget. Leave your wallet at home and get your 2019 all-inclusive tickets now at cardinals.com/all-inclusive. St. Louis Cardinals, time to fly.
So the game again, 7:15, heard on ESPN 93.5 if you're a Cardinal fan, or US 105.9 if you're a Cubs fan. New York Mets beat the Chicago White Sox in 11 innings. That final was 5-2. On to NFL training camps with teams of concern. Andrew Luck with that left strained calf, missing at least 2 more workouts. And he had been missing some time at Bourbonnais. Clinton Dix with a knee sprain for the Bears, but has been removed from the physically unable to perform list, so he might gently get into action today. Did you hear former U of I soccer coach Jillian Ellis has decided to step down as U.S. women's soccer coach?
She's won 2, and what else can you do?
Right?
Yeah, good for her. What a great career.
I think it's an exhibition game on Saturday against Ireland, and she will remain the coach for that, but is on her way out. But she's done a great job.
Yeah, no.
Been doing it since 2014.
Yeah, Jill Ellis, former Illini, first women's soccer coach in the 90s when they started the program.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I remember.
And Janet Rayfield's been doing it a long time.
She was the second coach.
Okay.
I believe.
So maybe only 2 coaches
I think
in that
so.
position.
Yeah. She's the John Adams and Joe's the George Washington.
There we go.
There you go.
That's pretty much sports to this hour. I'm Diane Ducey.
Bob and Rantulos text in 359-2255. Yes, Mr. J. Tell me again how bad the Cardinals are. Yeah, I was pretty hard on them.
Okay, there you go.
Cardinals
Maybe you fired them up, Stevie.
It was a really bad 8 weeks. I mean, it was really bad baseball. I think that division, suddenly, I thought it was the strongest. I think it might be the weakest. But hey, Cardinals are in first. Good for them. Paul Goldschmidt, when he hits, everything changes. I mean, when Paul Goldschmidt hits like this, any team would be great.
Yes.
I don't think the Cardinals are anywhere near Houston. But heck, they could win the division. It has been quite a flip, but I also think the Cubs have really struggled, including again last night, scoring one of the 2 runs on a wild pitch. But no, good for the Cardinals, playing way better. I'm not a buyer on all the talent on the team, but heck, you got me, Bob. Touche.
Okay.
Tell me how bad the Cardinals are, and first, you're right.
Now, of course, with that trade deadline David Phelps is coming from Toronto to the Cubs.
Yeah,
but he had an injury. He's back in action now.
Will there be a blockbuster for the Cubs or the Cardinals? Don't know. They have till 4 o'clock Eastern today, and I'll be shocked if there won't. I think there'll be moves for both teams. We'll see. Weather brought to you by Watts Copy Systems, your local copier printer specialist in Champaign-Urbana for the past 35 years. WattsCopy.com.
As we wrap up the month, we've got a nice forecast for today. High 80, low 55. Bring on August with mostly sunny conditions. High 82, low 59. Partly cloudy on Friday with a high 84. There's just a slight chance of showers over the weekend, but looking good. Up into the mid-80s, down into the mid-60s. We're currently at 64 with the sunshine. ESPN 93.5.
Yeah, 359-2255. You want to text in? Yeah, Bob, you're right. The division is up for grabs, no doubt. Fox Business Minute brought to you by Rob Meyer, Provident Financial Group in Champaign, where partnerships are built on trust Find Rob at Provident Financial Group, LLC.com. Last day of July, August, tomorrow, 7:20.
From the Fox Business Network, the Federal Reserve is expected to lower short-term interest rates today for the first time since 2008. It could translate into more affordable interest rates on home equity loans and car loans. Mortgage interest rates have already drifted lower in recent months, but the number of people applying for a mortgage declined last week anyway. The Mortgage Bankers Association says the overall number of loans declined 1.4% from the previous week. Applications to purchase a home were down 3%. The number of applications for refinancings didn't change. Apple's earnings were stronger than expected, even though its iPhone sales declined. General Electric is reporting a stronger than expected spring quarter. It's optimistic about this year, though GE also says the grounding of the Boeing 737 MAX plane has already cost the company money and could cut into its profit in future months. With the Fox Business Report, I'm Jenny Cosola.
Tucker Carlson on Fox News Channel.
This is a democracy, and I sincerely think that we are the guardians of that. We'll tell you what is going on, and you can decide what you think of it. But you have a right to know. In fact, you have a duty to know. There's a lot going on underneath the surface. How will historians assess this moment? I really care about what happens to the country. This is it. This is all I'm ever going to do. It's all I've ever done. It's all I've ever wanted to do, and I'm grateful for it.
On Fox News Channel, real news, real honest opinion.
Hi, I'm Troy Lands from Lands Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Lands is your local Mitsubishi Electric Diamond dealer. Our technicians are experts at solving your comfort needs, one room or your whole house. Let us show you how a Mitsubishi Electric Heating and Cooling System can save you money now. Your comfort is our priority. Call Lands today at 1-800-AIR-REPAIR or find us online at landsinc.com. I'm Troy Lands, and you can count on my company because you can count on me.
This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. At Provident, our job is to help people plan for and get through some of life's toughest challenges. Our mission is to provide each of our clients with individualized strategies, premier service, and independent thinking to help them achieve their financial goals. Contact us today at 3017 Village Office Place, Champaign. Call 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Oh, this wine is putrid. I don't quite understand how the enologist made these choices with this Pinot Grigio.
Ugh, why am I here? All I want is some beer and some sports on my eyes.
That's when Charlie realized he should have gone to Scotty's Brewhouse.
Who is this? I mean, you're right, but still, this is weird.
I'm the narrator, and your next line is, I'm going to Scotty's Brewhouse in Champaign.
I'm going to Scotty's Brewhouse in Champaign on Neal Street.
Feet aching after a long day?
Not smelling so pretty either?
Try the new fatigue-reducing insoles from Odor Eaters. They give you serious foot support with MVP-level odor control. The shock-absorbing gel pad and contoured shape provide excellent comfort to minimize fatigue.
Plus, with the power of Odor Eaters, they can tackle the toughest foot odor. Pick up a pair today at Walmart, Target, or other fine retailers. And don't forget Odor Eaters sprays and powder.
Fatigue-reducing insoles, real foot support, plus the best in odor defense from Odor Eaters.
At Honda BMW, they believe in letting you make the choice when you're ready. And now you don't even need to come into their award-winning dealership to buy your car if you don't want to. Just go to drivechampagne.com, click on the type of vehicle you're interested in, and look to the right-hand side of the page. It says Express Purchase. That means you can buy a car on your computer right now, only at the award-winning Honda BMW Express Purchase. Go to drivechampagne.com. Yeah, brawling baseball last night. Cincinnati pitcher stormed toward the Pirate dugout and clocked somebody. I mean, he landed the left hook. And then the benches emptied, and it was quite a wrestling match for a while. And Yasiel Puig was one of the guys running around the field. You'll notice people were trying to grab him, but nobody wants to fight Yasiel Puig. That's right. Fills up his uniform quite nicely. Anyway, unbeknownst to him, he'd been traded.
That's right.
Trevor Bauer, the guy that threw the ball into center field when they took him out of the game last time, has been traded to Cincinnati. Yasiel Puig goes to Cleveland. San Diego involved in this three-way trade, but those are the biggest names involved. Cincinnati gets the pitcher And Yasiel Puig provides some power for Cleveland, who is scaring Minnesota in that Central American League. So that's a big name. Jed Jerko, who has been moved from the, I think, whatever the IR, what they used to call it the DL disabled list. Now it's like the injured reserve, IR. He's been moved to the 60-day, but he's ready to go. So they're probably going to try and trade Jed Jerko before the trade line today. He's 30. When he's healthy, he's had some wonderful seasons for the Cardinals. I think he had 30 home runs, so he's got some glove and some bat for somebody. I think his deal's up with the Cardinals after the year anyway. And the Cardinals feel pretty good about Tommy Edman, Munoz. So I think they feel good they can let Jed Jerko go. So Jerko is a trade piece. And that's rumored out there. Of course, Noah Syndergaard is the pitcher for the Mets that's still a buzz. Will he be traded somewhere? It doesn't look like the Giants are sellers anymore because they're just 2.5 back in the wild card. So, Cubbies and Cardinals, I think will do something. Both are a strong indication that they're going to do something. Patrick says those baseball brawls, 359-2255, if they happen in the street, they'd be assault charges. Is it just the code of the sport to let it happen? Well, the code is you have to run out there. The code is you can't stay in the dugout. So I saw one of the coaches jog it out there, comparatively run, but you got to go. The code is you better not be in that dugout. When they empty, everybody goes. That's the code. The guy who threw the punch for Cincinnati, I don't know what, they were barking at each other from the dugout.
Okay.
And somebody said something, and he stormed in, and he caught a guy. Now, he'll be suspended.
Now, 5 of the Reds were ejected.
Yeah, but the guy that landed the punch, the reliever, big lefty, he'll be suspended. You have to suspend and fine him pretty heavily. Because you can't do that you can't just charge and then clock somebody in the face, and that's what he did. But David Price, the manager of the Reds, was on the ground. I mean, he went after Clint Hurdle, I think, the manager of the Pirates. So it was a base brawl, and yes, they do it. The code is you got to go out, and then everybody kind of tends to grab people. You don't generally hit like that. They generally grab and shove,
right? Because
they all say, "Listen, I'm on a contract for $8.4 million. Don't hurt me." Right? I mean, this is a big deal. You could hurt me, and none of them want to get hurt, but sometimes tempers go crazy, and that's what happened last night I think it was in Cincinnati. Pittsburgh won the game 11-4.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to call our friend Ed Martin. He's in Washington. He'll chime in on what happened this CNN and the Democratic debate.
Big Cardinal fan, too.
Yes, he is. And we were both lamenting and moaning for about 8 weeks. Because, listen, it was bad baseball. And who would have thunk it that the last day of July the Cardinals are in first?
And sometimes they do that. And we know that the Cardinals have the ability to turn her around.
Well, and it just wasn't looking very good for a great deal of the season. But it is a toss-up now. And just FYI, kind of a fun comparison because we do have both broadcasts. Here's how the game winner, Paul Goldschmidt. Well, here's how Mike Shannon called the game winner. It ended up being the game winner. And Pat Hughes on US 105.9. Different perspectives.
Here's the delivery. Goldsmith puts the Cardinals on top. A long one into left field, and it is gone. Home run number 25 for the Cardinal slugger. And the Cardinals lead 2-1. He has done it again.
And the 1-1 to Goldschmidt. Swung on, hit in the air, deep left field, trouble. Back is Schwarber to the wall, home run. And it is now a 2-1 St. Louis lead. Goldschmidt now has homered in 7 of his last 8 games.
He has really carried the Cardinals, no doubt. Game 2 of that series, Cardinals haven't had much luck with Hendricks for the Cubs. Cardinals will throw Michaelis. Okay, 7:29.
This month, we're very happy to honor Sheriff Deputy Brad Wakefield.
Is there a sense that hits you says, that doesn't look right?
Revert back to your training. Just make sure you're smart and you're not taking chances that, don't need to be taken. Put yourself in risk. Wasn't necessary. So just being smart, going back. We have a police training institute here in town, and
That pretty good?
Oh, it's phenomenal. Dr. Schlosser over there is, he's a phenomenal asset for not only this community, but also throughout the state. And, they train us well, and then they send us, to field training here, the sheriff's office, and, they just do their best. You get trained by veterans that have done this and have responded to these calls over and over again, and they can show you the ways, so you're not putting yourself into those things. You get to go home at the end of that.
You had to be a star athlete at Heritage High School.
Oh,
you had to be.
Just names in the rafters. No, I played sports. I played football and basketball, and loved baseball. Always grew up loving baseball.
Yeah.
Never really played it in high school, but football and basketball definitely.
Brought to you by SK Exteriors. Their website, callsktoday.com.
News, I'm Lillian Wu. Democrats facing off over issues like immigration and health care in last night's debate on CNN, where there was a heated exchange between Senator Bernie Sanders and Congressman Tim Ryan.
Medicare for All is comprehensive. It covers all health care needs for senior citizens. It will finally include dental care, hearing aids, and eyeglasses.
But you don't know.
Second of all.
You don't know that,
Second
Bernie.
of all.
We'll come to you in a second,
I do know, and I wrote the damn bill.
On immigration, some overlap with Republicans.
Both Senator Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren admitted that, one, there is a crisis at the border, and two, they want to secure it. But where they differ is this. They want to decriminalize anyone crossing the border illegally.
Fox's Hillary Vaughn. And investors waiting for a Fed decision today on a key interest rate, expecting the first U.S. Fed rate cut in more than a decade. This is Fox News.
Yeah, the guy from Ohio said, why don't the people that come to the country ought to ring a doorbell? Well, that was good. Ding dong. Who's there? Anyway, it's Pete Buttigieg said, well, if it's fraud, then it's a crime. Well, how do you know it's fraud? Local news brought to you by Rhonda Lash, loan officer with CIBM Mortgage. Rhonda and her team at CIBM Mortgage wants to make the home buying process easy. Get pre-approved today. Call Rhonda 390-9310 or email rhonda.lash@cibmmortgage.com.
Good morning. I'm Jamie Monticelli with your ESPN 93.5 local news update. The local Giordano's restaurant has abruptly closed. The News Gazette says Marketplace Mall general manager Dennis Robertson confirmed the Giordano's at Marketplace Mall closed at the end of the day Monday. It had been open since January of 2017. Yesterday, all of the doors were locked and the windows were covered with white paper. Robertson said plans for the future will be announced later. The foster care agency One Hope United is hosting an open house on Friday at its new Champaign office so the public can learn more about its services. One Hope United expanded its service area to Champaign, Ford, Vermilion, and Iroquois counties. Foster care services are offered for now there. One Hope United took over some of the foster care cases that were formerly handled by Children's Home and Aid in this area this past spring. You're up to date. I'm Jamie Monticelli.
Hi, it's Rhonda Lash, loan officer with CIBM Bank. We know some of you are exploring, and we know some of you are expecting, and some looking to retire. From your first house, one big enough for all the kids, to that warm vacation escape. So that's why we want to make it easy and lend you the money that you need. So come see me, Rhonda Lash, at CIBM Bank.
Upgrading or buying? Email rhonda.lash@cibmmortgage.com or call 390-9310. NLS number 1772943.
Here is your ESPN 93.5 3-day forecast brought to you by Chemical Maintenance Incorporated. CMI. Go see Betsy and Brad Park, CMIClean.com or 359-6262. All your cleaning, all your equipment, all your really, really cool things, that bells and whistles, they've got them all. CMIClean.com.
Up to 80 with the sunshine. 55 our low tonight. 82 the high tomorrow. Mostly sunny conditions again. Down to 59. We'll wrap up the week Friday with a high 84, low 60. We're expecting up into the mid 80s, down to around 60 at night over the weekend. Right now the temperature's at 64. ESPN 93.5.
I invite you to visit Honda BMW off Neal at Burwash. This is July 31. And yeah, they want to sell you something today. Ends the month. They are interested in working with you. Go test drive. It's such a beautiful day. You've been thinking about it. Make sure that before you purchase a vehicle, you give Honda BMW, an award-winning dealership, a chance. They just want a chance to earn your business. Go see Ben Quattrone. Go see Christian Wallace, your guy Tommy, Craig and Honda, Kenny and BMW. I'm there a lot. Honda BMW, drivechampagne.com off Neal at Burwash Savoy. Today's the last day of the month. You could get yourself a very nice deal. Honda BMW, drivechampagne.com. They got it going on. Ed Martin's got it going on. Good to have Ed back. Ed, my friend, is president of the Eagle Forum Education Legal Defense Fund this morning from Washington, D.C. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's quite a day in America. I watched that debate last night. I don't know if you saw it all, but it's the biggest winner last night, I can tell you, is Stevie J. Very important. The biggest winner of all, presidential candidate Donald Trump. Because I just don't see how America's going to pick one of those folks, at least from last night.
Well, I mean, I like this one.
I'm as big of a dreamer and an entrepreneur as anyone, but I also believe we need to have solutions that are workable. Can you imagine if we tried to start Social Security now, but said private pensions are illegal? That's the equivalent of what Senator Sanders and Senator Warren are proposing with health care. That's not a big idea. That's an idea that's dead on arrival.
Well, that's former Congressman John Delaney, who you won't be seeing anymore. He's at 1%, and he made some sense to me on a dais with all kinds of real left people. It looked like Bernie and Elizabeth are kind of tag teaming. Is there a nickel's difference between their policies?
No, there's not. But, I mean, let's comment on Delaney. I agree with you. Delaney was impressive, and in many ways he's kind of the guy you say, wow, he survived, a little bit like Trump. Delaney, went out in business, also succeeded in politics. He's obviously a pretty competent guy. But as you point out, if it was competence that got you elected president, we would have a lot of different presidents. It's politics. And then back to your point, Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders are 100% together. They've got their plan. It's a massive growth in the size and scope of government, and there's not much difference in the between the two of them, which means Elizabeth Warren wins. I mean, in a party that plays identity politics, they're going to have to go with the woman. They're going to have to go, against the old white guy. And again, I just don't see how Elizabeth Warren attracts. Again, I'm not talking about who would be the best president. I'm talking about who wins an election, and I don't see how she wins an election. I think she's a dead-on arrival versus Trump. So, but again, you're right. They were exactly the same. Again, Medicare for all illegal immigrants is one of their plans. That's not a winner. Decriminalize crossing the border. That's open borders by definition. That's not a winner. You say that in Michigan, which they did, you're driving away a whole bunch of voters. So I just think it's entertaining. And CNN, here's one thing I will say, Stevie J. This is the most important takeaway. I should have said this up front. CNN knows what works. CNN spent the first half of the first hour on health care. That's the one issue that cuts with voters against the Republicans because they don't believe the Republican Congress did anything after they promised to. So CNN knows that and stayed on health care. But the Democrat solutions, I don't think, are real.
Well, and again, I guess you could look at the VA and say, has the VA hospitals, have they been successful at handling our heroes? And I think if you were honest and you did your research and all the wait times and the stuff you're hearing, horror stories, in a lot of cases of VA, you'd say, it's a government-run thing. There's only like 5 million people at the VA. There's 330 million in the country, and you want government to run it? I mean, that's the basis of everything for me is, are you really confident the government can run it better? And we have all these $900 hammers we joke about at the Pentagon, and you want that your cancer test to be at the government's hands? I don't understand. Yeah. I don't get it.
Well, but again, I agree with you on that, and I think that's the argument and that's rationality. But voters and citizens know that a couple things have gone on. Healthcare costs have gone up. Their doctors are more beleaguered. It's harder to get an appointment. You end up seeing a nurse's aide. All these things.
No, we're right. Yeah.
So in terms of politics, the race that's on what are you going to do with healthcare? And one side is going to say, well, we'll dream of healthcare for all, and then we'll figure it out later. And the other is in power, the president and the Republicans were, and they're saying, hey, what did you do to change things? Now, you'll notice the president is every day, every week has announcements that they've lowered some of the prescription costs and all, but I agree with you. I'm not talking about the facts. I'm talking about the feeling in America. And here's the thing. This is the other part of this that matters. every Trump voter, and now every Republican, Stevie J, and I know you have Republicans in your family, and you know it well. Everyone is behind Trump now. Even when they say, I don't like his tweets, the never-Trumper group is small. On the Democrat side, show me after this show of dissension which candidate is going to unite the Democrats for intensity of turnout, because you've got to get the turnout. Trump people will run through a wall of fire to vote for him, Republicans. And on the other side, you're going to have what? If Delaney or some moderate or Biden wins, all those Bernie people are going to say twice, you guys fixed it against us. We're not going to go. We'll write in AOC. And so that's the problem if you're the Democrats you're looking at when you watch this.
Well, and you have Kamala Harris on the stage tonight with Joe Biden. It'll be fascinating dynamic there. If my theory of nobody old, white, or men follows along, you got Kamala Harris left standing. And I think she's the one that'll emerge out of all of this. But yet, if she goes that far left, which she is, and she tries to attack toward the middle, the progressives leave her. So she can't do that.
Yeah, it's interesting. I will say this, and I'm willing to concede when I'm wrong. I've been saying that I thought Biden would be out of the race sooner than he is. And, one of the interesting details in the polling, and polls are generally lies, but they can tell you a trend line. And since the debate last month, Biden, everybody said, Kamala Harris beat Biden terribly. He lost a little bit, and then he gained it back. And so Kamala Harris, nationally, Biden, and in places like South Carolina, Biden's still winning. Here's the question. If Biden's at some point gets beaten by what I think will be an onslaught of negative ads that will take him down, then because what you're seeing that if the polling holds is 30 or 40% of Democrats don't want to go all the way to the left, and they're saying, well, Biden's not that left, right? So if they get driven away again, are you going to get the intensity in a general election to get the votes you need? It's going to be really interesting, but it's like when we were Republicans watching the debates, and you're saying, oh my gosh, there's a talented Marco Rubio, he's ripping into Chris Christie, and there's a record of success in Chris Christie, and he's ripping into so and so. You're kind of like, this isn't going to turn out well.
Right. So, and yet. On the president's side, and I talked about this yesterday, in 1990-91, George Herbert Walker had a 91% after Persian Gulf. They pounded that man for 18 months, and he didn't respond because it was beneath him. And they drove him down to a 28%. Trump is the other extreme. I wish he would tweet less. I think he brings a lot on himself because there's a 2 or 3 day news cycle and he can't let anything go. There's some of the things I just would say that wasn't worth it. And that's the thing. I wish he'd tweet a little less, but as far as standing up and saying that's stupid, I like that.
Well, I know that's true, and I'll just relay to you, Stevie J, my old boss, the late Phyllis Schlafly, and she said once when someone came up to her, and she was very prim and proper and well-respected, and they said, Donald Trump, how can you back Donald Trump? He's so coarse. And with a big wide smile, she said, it's kind of a coarse culture, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the point here is that, yes, you're right, except I will say this. By the time you're done the last 3 weeks, the word racist that's applied to Trump also seems to apply to Pelosi and maybe to the Gang of Four, the AOC crew, maybe to some of the people defending Baltimore. I mean, in other words, Trump has a way of sort of taking a criticism and sort of causing it to be, even like, say, Stormy Daniels. A normal president who's accused of infidelity, I think we would say would be really damaged. In the case of Trump, he's like, look, you knew who I was, and I'm going to beat back all these people. And again, I'm not saying I'm not condemning people that don't like his tweets. What I'm saying is, as to the question of, say, racist, I think the president's done a pretty good job of sort of diffusing that. And remember, it's going to be head-to-head. It's never, do I like Donald Trump? It's Donald Trump versus Kamala Harris. We'll see.
And the racism is just absolutely awful, and the way they're tossing it around. The word has no meaning. They say it too much. It's a horrible accusation. And then you've got Donald Trump, who's not stopping the execution of a white supremacist, yet trying to get a black rapper out of jail. That's confusing. So how could he be racist? I don't get it.
Well, and also the biggest thing, I have to say this often, if it was President Hillary Clinton and she did the First Step Act, the criminal justice reform, probably guys like me would be saying, where's the Willie Horton? Because most of the people that President Trump's team put this First Step Act through, most of the people getting out of jail are low income, but mostly black and brown, and he did that. And no Republican, if he didn't do it, it's like Nixon goes to China. You have to have a Republican president be able to pull some of us conservatives and say, okay, we'll trust him. And that's the difference. Now, I would like to see the president actually, with regard to, say, Baltimore and Detroit last night, I would like to see the president dramatically go after failing schools. There's a conversation to be had about, hey, could we really change the schools? Because that's what's really keeping a lot of low-income people down.
13 high schools in Baltimore, they couldn't find one proficient in math, not one. That's right, that is sad, and that's such a bad thing. Ed Martin, president of the Eagle Forum Education and Legal Defense Fund. Cardinals are in first place, my friend, by one game.
Don't even say it. I'm nervous about it. It's going too well. It's going too well. I don't want to talk about it.
Trade deadline, maybe something, huh? Maybe today.
I hope so, but I don't see where it's going to come from. Mo is not dynamic like that. He might trade for a kind of middling starter. I just don't think anything dramatic. But they're a good team, man. They like playing together too. So we'll see. And Yachty's not even back. I know. I'm a little down. Weeders was a great pickup, though. That's got to be said.
That double play last night, that pick he made. Oh my goodness, that was crazy.
Phenomenal.
All right, we'll be in touch, Ed Martin. Thank you, my friend.
All right, Stevie J. Thank you.
Ed Martin, Phyllis Schlafly, Eagle Forum from Washington. Okay, we'll get to the sports recap here. What is today? Wednesday. Yeah.
Yep.
Gosh, running a little behind here. Sorry, 7:46. I have a deal. Mega Restaurant. I'm looking at the pictures of this restaurant.
It's awesome. I was there on Friday night.
How was it?
It was delicious.
Really fancy, too.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
I'm looking at this picture of filet mignon.
This is a special night out.
Okay.
All
right. Well, 50 will contribute toward it.
Oh, sure.
But if you want $50, I'm going to do 10 of these right now. $50 to eat at Mega. 2 stipulations. You have to use this within the next 7 days, and then you got to tell me what you thought about your experience. So you would have a good review.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 359-2255. Text in MEGA, M-I-G-A. M-I-G-A. If you've never been to MEGA, put MEGA 1. And I think most of you probably have not been to MEGA. It's in downtown Champaign.
Mm-hmm.
Very slick, cool, upbeat, very cool atmosphere.
Uh-huh.
And neat decor.
Kind of over by the Art Theater.
Yeah. It's downtown Champaign, Mega Restaurant. I'm giving out $50 bills to eat there. You have to use it within 7 days. Give me a little feedback what you thought. It looks really, really nice. 359-2255, 359-2255. Text in M-I-G-A. Anybody?
Yes.
Okay, and here's this program. It is now illuminated what we're doing.
Hi, it's Stevie J. For many years, whenever I've said something a little out there, my kids would say, easy, Stever. Well, I've come up with something a little out there, and I'm inviting you to be part of it. Introducing Stever, a new program that allows you to spend my money and keep the stuff. Sounds good, right? Well, it is. Now, there are 2 requirements. You'll have to use your voucher for the free stuff within 7 days, then give us some feedback about your experience. That's it. Take my money. Spend it within 7 days, then give me some feedback about your experience. But you have to register for this program. Just visit GoStever.com and create an account. You'll need to create a username and password. Once your account has been created, you're all set. Then just listen to Stevie J broadcasting stations for your chance to grab one of our daily offers. Visit GoStever.com to register now and to learn all about our new Out There program. All the information is available at GoStever.com. The earlier you get registered, the better chance you'll have at winning. Visit GoStever.com.
Spend your lunch hour at El Toro on South Neal Street in Champaign. Their menu features 14 lunch specials that are served from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. all week long and are only $6.50. The list of specials includes beef burritos, enchiladas, scrambled eggs with Mexican sausage, quesadillas, chicken fajitas, and more. All lunch specials also come with your choice of rice or beans. With fast service and great food, make your lunch hour a fiesta at El Toro at 723 South Neal Street in Champaign.
Randy Graham at Curtis Orchard Country Store. We have a new manager there, and she's got some great ideas. We have some new products that everyone will have to come out and see. We carry Melissa and Doug toys, and we're one of the bigger carriers of Melissa and Doug toys, and those are focused on educational type opportunities. And we also carry a lot of kitchen items. You know, some of the kitchen stores locally have gone away, so that's a niche that has exploded for us since some of those stores closed. Curtis Orchard, 3902 South Duncan Road, Champaign. Visit Curtis CurtisOrchard.com.
All right, we check your morning sports headlines. Game 2 tonight in St. Louis, Cubs and Cardinals.
St. Louis Cardinals won 2-1 yesterday. It's a 7:15 start, heard on ESPN 93.5 or Cubs fans over on US 105.9. Pretty neat to get the different perspectives of that Paul Goldschmidt home run.
Here's the delivery. Goldschmidt puts the Cardinals on top. A long one into left field, and it is gone. Home run number 25 for the Cardinal slugger. And the Cardinals lead 2-1. He has done it again.
And the 1-1 to Goldschmidt. Swung on, hit in the air, deep left field, trouble. Back is Schwarber to the wall, home run. And it is now a 2-1 St. Louis lead. Goldschmidt now has homered in 7 of his last 8 games.
Game 2 of the series, Miles Michaelis versus Kyle Hendricks. New York Mets over the Chicago White Sox in 11 innings. That final was 5-2. There is some trade movement, and it wraps up today at 3. David Phelps from Toronto joining the Cubs lineup. That's sports. I'm Diane Ducey.
Here's your weather, ESPN 93.5 3-day forecast from the National Weather Service.
Up to 80, down to 55. Mostly sunny again tomorrow as we bring in August. High 82, low 59. 84 the high on Friday and Saturday, down to around 60 at night. We're currently at 65. ESPN 93.5.
Weather brought to you by Gerber Collision. When do you get it to Gerber? When you back into someone who's backing out, that's when you get it to Gerber. Locations throughout Central Illinois. Visit GerberCollision.com or call 8777-GERBER to find your nearest Gerber location. ESPN 93.5, 751.
You buy Community Credit Union for campus and community.
Summer screams family road trips, and at the U of I Community Credit Union, we want you to cruise into summer with the lowest rate possible. Sounds nice, right? Are you in the market for a new vehicle? If you answered yes, you need to apply for your next car, truck, or SUV loan at the U of I Community Credit Union. Right now at UICCU, get up to 2% off your annual percentage rate when you apply online. Yep, up to 2% off. Save yourself some time and money with the U of I Community Credit Union. Use the promo code ONLINEAUTO on your application to let us know you want to save money on your rate. But you have to do it online. Go to uoficreditunion.org.
This is the time of year when you really want to tiptoe out of work a little bit early and have some drinks with some friends. Hula Hands is the perfect choice. Happy apps from 4 to 6 with their appetizers just under $4. And their daily drink specials are terrific all day on Sunday. Keep in mind, Sundays between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m., their brunch menu is outstanding. Their classy atmosphere and quick, friendly service will keep everyone smiling. Hula Hands at First and St. Mary, just south of the State Farm Center.
Hey, their new store, the move is, I'd say it's done. Steve Suderman is a Good Vibes, gvibes.com. You get your man caves, you get your antenna because no Channel 3. You can take care of everybody, huh?
Well, we do try to take care of everybody, and we're passionate about home entertainment. If there's one thing, we want to bring you the best picture. We want to bring you the best sound. We want the installation to look good. We want it to be easy to use, and we want to make sure it's working down the road, so we've got repair available. So that's kind of our proposition. But boy, I got up this morning, walked outside. I felt the tang of football in the air.
Yeah, I did too.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah. Our guys wired up Coach Smith's office in the new Smith facility.
Awesome.
Different Smith, and name on the building, but we put some DirecTV in that building for those guys. They don't care about Channel 3 not being on there. They want football.
I know.
So they're on that program. But it's that project is behind us. I'll tell you who's not happy about it. Those Channel 3. Yeah. They don't like having fewer people watching their signal.
Right. What do you do, though? I mean, you had a woman in there when I was with you on Saturday that she's got Dish, and they dropped Fox Sports Midwest, so she can't see the Cardinals. And
so we have some Cardinal fans who we just switched a whole bunch of people to Dish last month because of the Channel 3 thing off of DirecTV.
Oh, wow.
And the Cardinals went dark on Dish this weekend, and we don't know how long this is going to be up for grabs. I just know that Channel 3 is going to stick me in our town on Friday afternoon, and we'll be plugging antennas and dish, and I'll bring that tailgater.
Where are you going to be for that? Where's the Our Town this week?
It's in Cerro Gordo.
Oh, awesome. Mm-hmm. Jack Blickensderfer, my friends. That was the head basketball coach for the Cerro Gordo Broncos when they made the Assembly Hall in 1972.
Okay, then.
It was a Cinderella story. Jack Blickensderfer. Cerro Gordo's a great town.
Well, I'll be glad to get to know it. Because I'm going to be there Friday afternoon. We're going to be bringing a tailgater along, something that has something to do with football. But it's a way to take HDTV wherever you go.
Wow.
It'll work out in the wood as long as you got voltage to run a receiver. That thing is we've got a limited number of closeouts on last year's model at $199. They were mostly they're $299 everywhere you go. We've got some for 33% off of that.
And you can buy that like for the day?
You can buy it.
You can light it up for a day or a month, or how does the tailgater work?
Oh, yeah, you can light it up a month at a time, and if you only use it for 2 weeks, you can shut it off, and you get 2 weeks credit for the next time you turn it on.
So you can have it at your tailgate. You watch football at your tailgate. That's cool.
The name would imply that.
Yeah,
yes.
That's exactly right.
Or on your patio, or
Genius.
Down by the lake.
How do people find you, my friend?
We're easy to find because we're right next to the DMV driver's license place on Round Barn Road. You can call me up at 3510909 or find us on the web at gvibes.com.
All right. He can fix your Channel 3 issues, too. Steve Suderman, thank you, buddy.
Thanks, Stevie.
Always a pleasure. Yeah, I happened to be in there Saturday, and the woman, was listening to ESPN 93.5 because she couldn't get the game on TV for the Cardinals. That's frustrating, though. Okay, we'll be right back. The news is next. Wendy Patrick, we like talking legal things with her from San Diego. That'll be coming up in a few. 7:56, it's the Last Stage Live.
He finds unique ways to let both food and wine dictate his story. He's Chef Thad Morrow, from humble Midwestern beginnings to the center of the world in New York City. And he's back at the new Naya restaurant, Asian-inspired Italian cuisine, situated in the heart of Campus Town. Enjoy a night out in the company of those you love. Join Chef Thad Morrow at Naya, now open at 212 East Green Street. Online at nayarestaurant.com.
Everyone out of the water! Let's go! Hurry! It's Party City's sizzling summer sale, and they've got deals you wouldn't believe! Buy one, get one 50% off everything summer! Yep, buy one, get one 50% off! Summer toys, pool inflatables, lays, and summer party supplies. It's happening this week, so you and your sunburns hurry down to Party City! Party City! Oh, it's on!
Restrictions apply. See store for details while supplies last.
It's coming, and it's going to be epic. Game Day Spirits Epic Clearance Event, August 9th and 10th. Featuring prices up to 80% off on brands like Nike, Champion, Columbia, and 47 brand. Tees as low as $4. Hats as low as $7. Stadium bags on sale for $5. August 9th and 10th. Game Day Spirits Epic Clearance Event. Neil and Kirby, Champaign.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Randy Scott and Bobby Carpenter.
He's in Cabo, man. He could not be farther, both literally and figuratively, from what his teammates are doing in Oxnard right now.
Technically, he's not really all that far. He's on the West Coast. They're just up in Oxnard, California. But for me, this, I think, is actually a fairly wise move for Zeke. If you look at some of the things that he's gotten into in the past, being in a public setting, probably not the best for him. He's going to go down to Cabo. He's going to stay, I think, at his agent's house. Probably have a chef for him there. He has a nice little private place to work out. He can be away from everything. Because the last thing you want to see for Zeke is for him to be out in Dallas, going out while his teammates are at training camp. They get pictures of him. You've got TMZ chasing him around. That's not the image Jerry probably wants to have of his running back, that his teammates want to see of him, and that he needs to be doing. He needs to really be getting in shape without distractions. And it also detaches him emotionally from the situation.
At ACE, we believe there's nothing better than helping kids. That's why we've been proud to support Children's Miracle Network hospitals for over 25 years. This Friday through Sunday, get our 5-gallon bucket and 20% off almost anything that fits inside when you donate $5 to support Children's Miracle Network hospitals. And like ACE, CMN hospitals are local, so the money you donate helps kids near you.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Offer valid at participating stores on regular price merchandise only. Additional conditions and exclusions apply. See store for details.
Ah, summer. Time to hit the open road and explore the boundless beauty this country has to offer. And, of course, your kid's in the backseat arguing over whether you can lick your own elbow. Traffic hasn't moved in 48 minutes, and every time you roll down the window, more mosquitoes invade the car. Fortunately, a McDonald's is never far away, where you can get a fresh beef quarter pounder, the easier way to enjoy summer. At participating U.S. McDonald's, excludes Alaska, Hawaii, and U.S. territories.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
They all want to evict Donald Trump from the White House. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
The president is advancing environmental racism, economic racism, criminal justice racism, healthcare racism.
Elizabeth Warren came under attack herself, wanting to decriminalize illegal immigration.
If you want to come into the country, you should at least ring the doorbell.
Tim Ryan also got under Bernie Sanders' skin at the CNN Democratic presidential debate as he advocated Medicare for all.
It will finally include dental care, hearing aids, and eyeglasses.
But you don't know.
Second of all.
You don't know that,
Second
Bernie.
of all.
We'll come to you in a second,
I do know, and I wrote the damn bill.
Now, other candidates like John Hickenlooper also challenged Sanders.
I think if we're going to force Americans to make these radical changes, they're not going to go along. You throw your hands up, but you haven't. Whoa, I can do it.
None of the 10 candidates mentioned Joe Biden, the front runner. He'll be on the stage in Detroit tonight, along with 9 more Democratic candidates. Now, President Trump and the administration says it's going to set up a system that will allow Americans to legally access lower-cost prescription drugs from Canada. A victory in court for the president related to alleged Russia collusion. Fox's John Decker live at the White House.
The president claiming vindication after a federal judge in New York dismissed a lawsuit the Democratic National Committee filed against the Trump campaign, the Russian government, and WikiLeaks over alleged involvement in the hacking of Democratic Party email accounts during the 2016 presidential race. The judge ruling that the president's encouraging WikiLeaks to publish the messages was protected by the First Amendment. The president tweeting, "This is really big stuff, especially coming from a highly respected judge who was appointed by President Clinton. The witch hunt ends," he wrote. Dave?
John Secretary of State Pompeo on his way to Asia. He says he hopes to soon restart nuclear talks with North Korea, which again today fired off 2 more short-range missiles, the second test in a week. This is Fox News.
When the sand gets hot, you gotta move fast, like a dog chasing a Frisbee. Move just as fast to the Ford Hurry Up and Save sales event. Because for the first time ever, you can get 20% estimated savings on select Ford vehicles. Plus, earn complimentary maintenance through Ford Pass Rewards. Don't let this hot deal on America's best-selling brand pass you by. Get into the Ford Hurry Up and Save sales event. Based on 2010 through 2018 calendar year sales. Modem must be activated within 60 days of purchase through the Ford Pass app on a smartphone and remain active for at least 6 months after activation. Eligible on select 2019 model year vehicles. Vehicle must have arrived at dealer at least 61 days prior to the sale date. Estimated savings include an average dealer discount based on a sales survey of average discounts offered by Ford dealers nationally. Discount may vary. Dealer determines price. For all offers, take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by 9/3/19. See participating dealer for complete details.
There is yet another attempt by Democrats to get President Trump to release his tax returns. While Congress keeps battling the IRS to hand them over, California has passed a law affecting any candidate that wants to be on the ballot in that state.
All we're requiring is people that aspire to be president. It's not about one person. They have to disclose their tax returns.
Governor Gavin Newsom.
Now, this would mean President Trump would not be able to appear on the 2020 ballot in this state. The president's attorney, Jay Sekulow, said the state of California's attempt to circumvent the Constitution will be answered in court. Now, litigation fears are what previous Governor Jerry Brown blamed when he vetoed similar legislation. Besides, he asked what will be demanded next? Health records? Birth certificates? Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
The Federal Reserve may do today what President Trump has been calling for months, make an interest rate cut after 8 rate hikes since the 2016 election. And he has called all the wrong moves. Wall Street's been expecting this cut, and stock futures are rising before the opening bell. In Michigan, a game of dodgeball ends in an arrest.
A 10-year-old boy is facing an aggravated assault charge after a schoolyard game ended with an injury to his classmate. His mother, Kamishi Lindley, says the incident happened at his elementary school in Canton on April 29th. The students were playing a game like dodgeball, where a ball is thrown up in the air. During this game, another student was hit in the face with a ball, and that student's mother says her son has a medical condition that makes head injuries dangerous. A police report filed after the incident says Lindley's son intentionally threw the ball at the boy's face, leaving him with a black eye and a bruised nose. Lindley says neither she nor her son knew of the child's medical condition. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
In Ohio, a 79-year-old woman may get a reprieve. She was sentenced by a magistrate to 10 days in jail for repeated violations, refusing to stop feeding stray cats in her neighborhood. A judge wants to take a look at Nancy Segula's case. She says she feeds the cats because after losing her husband, she's lonely. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
ESPN 93.5. We check your local news now with Jamie Monticelli, brought to you by Classic Plumbing. Honest, affordable, and professional with a 2-year warranty on all their work. Call 586-PIPE or see their page on Facebook, online, classicplumbinginc.com.
Good morning. I'm Jamie Monticelli with your ESPN 93.5 local news update. Testimony is set to begin today in the case of a man accused of killing his friend in a drunken driving wreck. 28-year-old Chad Smith is accused in the crash that killed 32-year-old Michael Donahue of Mahomet. Smith had rejected a plea deal that would have given him 8 years. Smith is charged with 2 counts of driving under the influence. At the time of the crash, early on the morning of July 14th of last year, Sheriff's Office officials say Smith and Donahue had been drinking in the beer tent at the Fisher Fair. Smith was driving when he lost control of the vehicle on a county road. Donahue was ejected from the vehicle and died at the scene. Crunch Fitness plans to open a business in the former Toys R Us space in North Champaign. Crunch Fitness says it'll bring awesome classes, miles of cardio, and tons of free weights to the new $6 million, 36,000 square foot fitness facility. The News Gazette says a building permit for the location is under review. You're up to date. I'm Jamie Monticelli.
According to Classic Plumbing, these facts are essential for good work. Classic plumbers are experienced, qualified, and consistent. Right up front, you'll know all the work is warranted for 2 years. Their $55 diagnostic fee covers your estimate and applies to your job. Classic Plumbing promotes a culture of doing good work and hiring outstanding local people. Tim Culver's Classic Plumbing in Urbana and Mahomet get you technology with a tradition of value. Call 586-PIPE. Look them up on Facebook or online, classicplumbinginc.com.
All right, here is your ESPN 93.5 3-day weather forecast from the National Weather Service.
Really nice with the sunshine and a high 80, low 55. 82 the high tomorrow as we bring in August down to around 58. Partly cloudy on Friday with a high 84. Same for Saturday. Sunday we have a 20% chance of showers now. High 86 expected. Right now the temperature's at 67. ESPN 93.5.
Yeah, a lot of you want to go to Miga Restaurant. Very nice restaurant in downtown Champaign, serving sushi, steaks. I mean, it's very high level.
Right.
And you'll like it. Miga.
The plate presentation
is
outstanding.
It's one of those you take a picture of your plate. Yeah, that kind of thing. That's awesome. Tomorrow I'm going to have an offer for our trip to Hawaii. I have one inside cabin. I'm going to make a very good deal for you on it. If you're interested or you know somebody who might be that's never been to the Hawaiian Islands, we're going to cruise from San Francisco, have New Year's on the ship. Mm-hmm. And really, really looking forward to that. Have done a New Year's on the ship before, and you're standing in the middle of the atrium, and all the balloons and streamers come down. The captain counts it down.
I love it.
Yeah. Captains always have that accent. 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, it's 8:08. We're going to catch up with Wendy Patrick. We're going to talk about the Gilroy Garlic Festival shooter. Killed 3, injured 15. We talk about gun control. We've talked a lot about that. How do you prevent something like that from a crazed individual or evil person, whatever it might be? I don't know. I don't think there's there's a hard, fast answer. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with background checks, but this guy went to Nevada to buy this weapon, which was not available in California.
Nevada has 18 as their legal age.
And you can make all the laws you want, but doesn't mean people follow them. You can't take all the guns away, folks. It's just that's not going to work. We have 400 or 500 million guns, and you just, I don't know. I wish there was a light switch we could flip that this would never happen. But our Constitution says we're able to keep and bear arms, and the intention of that was to protect me against an overbearing government. It wasn't supposed to go shoot people because you're deranged or evil. Anyway, we'll touch on that with the Wendy coming up. Waitress under fire for swapping pregnant woman's cocktail drinks.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Saw her pregnant and gave her non-alcoholic.
Okay.
But she's in trouble for doing that, and you're seeing a woman sitting there drinking pregnant, and you're going, that's not right. So we'll touch on a couple of those in just a moment. Cardinals beat the Cubs 2-1 last night in St. Louis, meaning the Cardinals now one full game ahead of the Cubs. They went and tied. Game 2 tonight, Kyle Hendricks had a complete game, 84-pitch performance against the Cardinals earlier in the year. So his non-fast fastball is a problem for the Cardinals, or has been. And Miles Michaelis on the hill will be on the air here at 6:20 for the 7:15 first pitch, and over there on US 105.9 for Pat Hughes and the Cub gang. They'll be on there at about a quarter till 7 o'clock, about a half hour before. Dick Van Dyke Appliance World standing by. They can help you. That's all they do. Appliances. If you're looking for a new refrigerator, stove, freezer, dishwasher, microwave, they've got people that know their product, which is wonderfully refreshing. That is not the case all the time. You go to the big box stores, and the young man just got hired. They don't know much about Bosch, Frigidaire, GE World, but they do at Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. They got the Beko line, which is European, which is fancy schmancy, very nice. But Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, the largest independent appliance dealer in Central Illinois. Champaign, Bloomington, Springfield, and Decatur. In Champaign, you drive north on Neal. Before you get to the I-74 interchange, you'll see it on the right-hand side. You go in, and somebody will say, may I help you? And they'll know their product.
You're looking over your shoulder saying, me? Are you looking at me?
Yeah. It's unusual.
Okay.
Service. You can receive a free 10-year protection plan as well. Online,
Appliance-world.com.
No. You can receive a free 10-year protection plan.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Appliance-world.com, appliance-world.com. It is wonderful to welcome Wendy Patrick back. She is our legal mind from San Diego. Good to have you on, Wendy. Gilroy Garlic Festival shooter, somewhat north of you in the Bay Area. And it's, you hear these stories, and this is another one where you're going, why? Why in the world would people do that?
Yeah, Stevie, we always wonder about the why, and many times we do figure out some indicia into the motivation. What was somebody thinking? Was it a grievance? But this is one of those cases where investigation is continuing. We don't always find out the why. Remember Steve Paddock and the Mandalay Bay shooting? We still don't know the motive there. We have no idea. But even if we can't figure out the why, we can figure out the how, and that would allow us to be safer in the future. For example, we have a target-rich environment at 5:45 p.m. last Sunday when the shooting occurred. How can we harden that target? How can we increase safety, in other words, to make sure that even though there are metal detectors at the beginning of the festival at the front doors, we have to make sure that the perimeter, it's always about the perimeter, is also secured in a fashion that somebody couldn't get in. Because remember, that's how this guy got in and then did his, carried out his rampage. And as our prayers are with that community, we do want to know why. That helps us as well. But we also want to commend law enforcement who responded in, get this, less than a minute.
Yeah.
And even though they were literally outgunned, this guy had an AK, they had handguns, they were literally outgunned, they ended up taking him out almost right away, saving God knows how many lives.
If he killed 3 and injured 15 in less than a minute, what would he have done in 3 minutes? It was just horrific to think about. Oh, so kudos to law enforcement all over the place. And again, another shooting that just makes you shake your head. Issue 2, waitress under fire for swapping pregnant woman's cocktail drinks for non-alcoholic. Is that what I understand?
Oh, Stevie, I wish I had the whole hour to talk about this one. So how many of us have been out in public and seen a pregnant woman drinking wine, smoking a cigarette, whatever it is? Okay, that's awful. We have a visceral response to that because we know that's bad for the baby. But if you're a cocktail waitress, what do you do when the woman orders an alcoholic drink? Well, this cocktail waitress thought she'd take matters into her own hands. Several rounds were ordered, and the cocktail waitress kept having the bartender make this woman mocktails, virgin versions of what she was ordering. I got to tell you, that bartender must make a heck of a good drink because the woman didn't know she was being served virgin drinks. And it talks about the group getting rowdy, including the pregnant lady. But so the waitress was busted by the bill. When the bill comes, they're splitting it, and she sees that her drinks were mocktails, brings it up to the waitress, who fesses up. And then there's just sort of this awkward moment where you got to wonder if the woman wondered whether it was a good idea for her to have been ordering alcohol in the first place. But that might not save the job of the waitress, who is no doubt under fire for not giving the patron what she ordered.
I'd hire the waitress. I mean, that's. I get it. I understand. But man, oh man, this was something.
I mean, it's one of those scenarios that you can imagine and you can feel for her.
Yeah.
But if you were to take that to its logical extreme, if somebody's overweight, are you going to give them a Diet Coke instead of a regular?
Yeah.
What if they order a hamburger? Are you going to put
I get it.
patty there?
I understand the precedent.
And query how this is different than the person that appears to be visibly intoxicated and has car keys in their hands. That might be a different scenario than the pregnant woman. Like I said, I could talk about this.
Well, I mean,
all day long.
but there
so
again,
many different angles.
if you're shutting off a driver and you're suggesting they don't drive, that's also kind of getting in their business, isn't it?
Well, it is, but there's signs in businesses and there's exceptions made. Bartenders are required not to overserve people that appear to be under the influence, whether or not, by the way, they have car keys in their hands. So there are already allowances made for that type of overindulgence. Servers on planes have the same discretion.
Yeah.
There is no such analog for a pregnant woman who orders alcohol. There's nothing that says that a bartender or a server gets to substitute their judgment and refuse to serve somebody like that who shouldn't be drinking for the health of the unborn child.
Well, and again, I guess you stretch it out and you say, listen, if you're for abortion, why can't a woman do whatever the heck she wants when she's pregnant? If she can choose the end of life, she can choose to give it alcohol. I mean, right? I mean, it's her body. It's not even for those.
That's what I mean. We could talk all day about this because there are so many spin-offs that really bring up some of these really interesting but difficult and challenging questions about how we should be able to substitute our morality for those of others that have views with whom we disagree.
No,
it's fascinating.
it is really something else. Well, for me, kudos to the waitress who tried. Wendy Patrick, thank you.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. Wendy Patrick live in San Diego, 359-2255. If you want to chime in about that or anything else, let's check your sports headlines.
St. Louis Cardinals win 2-1 over the Cubs. It's a 7:15 start for the game 2 in that series tonight. We've got your Redbird recap.
John Rooney, there's nothing like good pitching and timely hitting in this game, is it?
Timely hitting from Paul Goldschmidt in the 6th inning, and the player of the week in the National League has gone 12 for his last 33. 10 runs scored for Paul Goldschmidt, 7 home runs, 14 RBIs, and for good measure, he's been on with 2 walks. But that home run found the bullpen in left center field, and it made a winner out of Giovanni Gallegos after Adam Wainwright had a good start. And then Carlos Martinez followed Andrew Miller. Martinez picked up his 11th save, a 2-1 Redbird winner. The Cardinals are all alone in first place.
By a full game over the Chicago Cubs, and we're on the air tonight at 6:20 with the pregame show as Hendricks, a 7-game winner, will go against Miles Michaelis, also a 7-game winner. 7:15 is game time. Cardinals win it last night at Busch Stadium before a sellout crowd, 2-1 on the Goldschmidt home run.
David Phelps acquired from Toronto Blue Jays. He'll be joining the Cubs as a pitcher, but has had injuries before, but is on the mend. Looks like the Oakland A's beat the Brewers 3-2.
Late 10th inning home run.
They're 2 back in the NL Central Division.
Yeah, as Bob texted from Rantoul earlier, the Central's up for grabs. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. 2 months to play. And isn't it interesting that I think 6 or 7 of the last 10 games in the baseball season are the Cubs and the Cardinals playing each other.
Right.
And right now, it's been home. Wrigley Field 6-0. Cubs have beaten Cardinals all 6 games. And the Cardinals have beaten the Cubs all 4 games so far in St. Louis. It's an interesting dynamic.
It
is quite a rivalry. There's no doubt about it.
New York Mets over the Chicago White Sox. That final was 5-2 in 11 innings. A text in from Greg in Colleton, Illinois. Big sports story of the day. Danville Post 210 wins Senior Legion Baseball State Championship. Team member Chase Rodemacher was selected MVP for the tournament. They will now play in the Great Lakes Midwest Regional against winners of the 6 connecting states to go right to the World Series.
Well, good for Danville, and that's Danville, you
Post
said?
210 in the Senior Legion Baseball State Championship.
Post 210. Good going. Let's check your weather.
We've got a high 80 expected today. 55 our low tonight. Sunny conditions tomorrow with a high 82, low 58. 84 the high for Friday and Saturday, up to 86 on Sunday with mostly sunny conditions. This stretch will stay with us for the next 5 days. Right now the temperature's at 68. ESPN 93.5.
Yeah, Christian just texted me. Michael Thomas, wide receiver, New Orleans Saints, just signed a $100 million contract for 5 years. Highest paid receiver in football. $61 million guaranteed. Wow. Michael Thomas will be reporting to camp today. $100 million. Good going. And the Saints have their number one receiver. Woohoo! 8:20 in Champaign-Urbana.
From the Fox Business Network, the Trump administration says it will set up a system to allow Americans to legally purchase lower-cost prescription drugs from Canada. Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar says states, drug wholesalers, and pharmacists would act as intermediaries for consumers. There's an encouraging report on the job market. Payroll processing company ADP is reporting employment at private companies increased by 156,000 in July. It's a slightly stronger reading than expected. Apple reported a mixed quarter. iPhone sales were lower, but it made more money from iPads, Macs, and other devices and services, so its earnings were stronger than expected. General Electric and Humana's earnings also topped forecasts, and the Federal Reserve is expected to lower short-term interest rates at the conclusion of its meeting today. With the Fox Business Report, I'm Jenny Cosola.
Chris Wallace on Fox News Channel.
The animating question for me is always, what's going to happen next? If people sense that you're not pushing an agenda, you're not pulling your punches, they're going to rely on you. It's a commitment to the truth. One of the advantages, I think, of having been in this business so long, you're able to detect what is real, what is important, and what's just political noise.
Chris Wallace on Fox News Channel. Real news, real honest opinion.
The Urbana Park District wants you to enjoy the summer with great music and connect with your friends during Neighborhood Nights presented by OSF Healthcare. Each Wednesday this summer will feature great local music in one of our parks. Bring your lawn chair or even a picnic dinner and spend a great evening outside listening to rock, folk, country, jazz, and bluegrass music. Concerts begin at 6:30 each Wednesday. We'll provide free popcorn, lemonade, and water. Join us July 31st at Prairie Park for the Painkiller Blues Band. It's an Urbana Park District tradition. Join us Wednesdays this summer for Neighborhood Nights.
It's that blissful time of year yet again. Time for the Honda Summer Spectacular event, where well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% APR on the 2019 Honda CR-V, which you made the best-selling CUV in America in 2019. And while the joy caused by these deals is quite a joy to behold, it's even better to experience for yourself. So hurry in to your local Honda dealer.
See dealer for financing details based on IHS market calendar year to date March 2019 for non-luxury traditional entry size CUV segment new retail registrations in U.S.
It's that blissful time of year yet again. A time for uncontainable elation everywhere you look. And I'm not just talking about summertime. I mean time for the Honda Summer Spectacular event, where well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% APR on the 2019 Honda HR-V, awarded Best SUV Brand for 2019 by U.S. News & World Report. Hurry into your local Honda dealer.
Visit your Central Illinois Honda dealers or go to centralilhondadealers.com.
See dealer for financing details. U.S. News & World Report, November 2018.
Hey, I'm Hall of Fame catcher Johnny Bench. I used to hit dingers and throw lasers when I was a Major League Baseball player. Now I do yard work, raise my boys, and get the occasional 18 holes in, but I still have to deal with that Hall of Fame pain. I use Blue Emu pain relief products. The Blue Emu Maximum Arthritis or Continuous Spray are easy to use. I just spray or rub it on. No stinging or burning. Blue Emu. It works fast and you won't stink. Available at nationwide retailers.
We're keeping our eye on the sports ticker today because I think the Cubs and or Cardinals, I would guess both, are planning to do something at the trade deadline, which is 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Cubs' murmurs are bigger than the Cardinals as far as what they're looking at. There's stuff out there about David Peralta, who's a fine hitter for Arizona, that would join the Cubs as an extra bat. We'll see. But today's the day. And there used to be in past days, well, you can kind of go in August if you do this and then rule something. Today's it. There's no extra. Today's the last chance to trade and get ready for the stretch run, the final 2 months of baseball. All right, 8:24. We had Wendy Patrick on a few moments ago talking about this waitress who noticed a woman who was pregnant having cocktails. And she replaced them with mocktails. Her intentions were good. But she's in trouble and probably getting fired because she didn't give the patron what they requested. Is it their place to ever do that? If a heavy person comes in, do you give them a diet instead of the regular they ordered?
Right.
If somebody has 4 beers and they look a little tipsy, do you shut them off and take their keys? If a child is outside at a carnival and you see the dad swat him, do you intervene? I mean, when is the proper time to do something about something? I mean, that's very arbitrary, very subjective. But for caring people, and there's a lot of people in America that are caring and interested. I mean, think about a dog locked in a car when it might be too warm.
Mm-hmm.
When do you call 911? When do you say, hey, don't hit that child? If a parent grabs them by the arm or swats them on the butt, what if they close their fist? Is that too much? Who do you call? When do you do it?
Right. I was just looking up fetal alcohol syndrome and how much is too much, and all the suggestions here is just stop drinking completely.
You just, again, but as I told Wendy, if you are a woman who controls her own body and you're pro-choice and you can terminate essentially at birth with partial birth, why would you be castigated for giving them whiskey?
Well, and I think of at least 6 pregnancies that I've known that the lady did not know she was pregnant until well into the pregnancy, and some at full term and still didn't realize. And so those people could put their
how do you not
fetus at risk.
I don't know. I'm a guy. I'm ignorant. How do you not know you're pregnant? I mean, what's kicking my tummy? I don't get it.
I mean, they thought it was indigestion. A lot of times these ladies are heavy and they don't have a regular cycle going on, and they...
Okay, I don't know. I guess you can be... if you're really heavy, maybe you don't notice the extra.
Mm-hmm.
But the elbow coming out of your tummy, because I seen a lot of elbows and knees and feet. Anyway... It just opens up a whole new, what do you do? Waitress tries to help, good intentions.
And serving the mocktails.
Yep, instead of the cocktails.
And everything was fine until they got the bill.
And then had they gone cocktails on the bill, they'd have said, why is it only $3.50?
Right.
And not $9.
That's right.
So she was busted. Was she wrong? 359-2255. If you have any thoughts on that. ESPN 93.5. We'll check your news coming up.
Pros do it right by choosing trusted brands like Zinsser and Little Giant. Lowe's is here to help by stocking those brands at savings you can count on every day. For over 150 years, Zinsser has been the problem solver professionals trust to make the job easier. Pick up a gallon of Zinsser Bullseye 2 Primer Plus Sealer today for as low as $17.08. And we now offer the Little Giant King Combo Ladder, the world's first step, extension, and leaning ladder for only $159. For your next job, and every job after, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. U.S. only.
At Honda BMW, they believe in letting you make the choice when you're ready. And now you don't even need to come into their award-winning dealership to buy your car if you don't want to. Just go to drivechampaign.com. Click on the type of vehicle you're interested in and look to the right-hand side of the page. It says Express Purchase. That means you can buy a car on your computer right now, only at the award-winning Honda BMW Express Purchase. Go to drivechampaign.com.
At ABC Heating and Air, it's our promise to help you always be comfortable. Do you need rescued because you're burning hot? Do you need rescued because your air is shot? Call ABC Heating and Air at 352-5400 and let us rescue you from the heat. ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400. Can't you see you need to call me at ABC? Call ABC Heating and Air. That's ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400.
If you're looking for a dependable roofing contractor, look no further than Freedom Roofing and Construction, right here in Champaign.
I'm Kurt Kaiser, owner of Freedom Roofing and Construction. Why would you call us for a free estimate for your roof? Because we'll give you a free, honest assessment and tell you if you need our help or if your roof is okay. We promise. We have experienced roofing contractors who can handle any size job, commercial or residential. Please give us a chance to earn your business. I'm Kurt Kaiser from Freedom Roofing. Contact me at freedomchampaign.com.
Ribeye has the best, the greatest steak in town.
If you're looking for Champaign-Urbana's great steak place, it's the Ribeye Restaurant. For over 40 years, with their famous salad bar and their delicious fried shrimp, chicken, and twice-baked potato. The Ribeye Restaurant, 1701 South Neal Street, Champaign. Call for your reservations today.
The Ribeye is the best. We're the one, the great one steak place.
Racing action is back this Friday night at the Farmer City Raceway in Farmer City, Illinois. It's the 5th annual What's Up Dog 40. 1,000 to win, plus lates, crates, and modifieds. General admission is $12. Kids 12 and under get in free at the Farmer City Raceway. Gates open at 4 p.m. Hot laps at 6:30. Qualifying at 7. Racing action starts at 7:30. It's the 5th annual What's Up Dog 40 at the Farmer City Raceway, where we'll sell you the whole seat, but you only need the edge.
News. I'm Lillian Wu. They tangled over topics like tariffs and health care in last night's Democratic debate on CNN.
We are the Democrats. We are not about trying to take away health care from anyone. That's what the Republicans are trying to do.
Senator Elizabeth Warren, immigration also another major focus, with the more progressive candidates looking to decriminalize illegal border crossings. 10 more Democratic hopefuls, including former Vice President Joe Biden, face off tonight. The White House announcing a plan to allow Americans to get cheaper prescription drugs, legally importing medications from Canada. The Fed wraps up a 2-day meeting today.
Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell is expected to announce that the central bank will slash interest rates 1/4 point. However, the president has called on the Fed to make a larger rate cut.
Fox's Hillary Barsky. And payroll processor ADP showing 156,000 private jobs added in July. This is Fox News.
Local news brought to you by Thomas & Ellers Insurance, your local independent auto owner's insurance agent. Contact Justin or Dave today, 217-356-2400, or visit thomas-ellers.com.
Good morning. I'm Jamie Monticelli with your ESPN 93.5 local news update. The local Giordano's restaurant has abruptly closed. The News Gazette says Marketplace Mall general manager Dennis Robertson confirmed the Giordano's at Marketplace Mall closed at the end of the day Monday. It had been open since January of 2017. Yesterday, all of the doors were locked and the windows were covered with white paper. Robertson said plans for the future will be announced later. The foster care agency One Hope United is hosting an open house on Friday at its new Champaign office so the public can learn more about its services. One Hope United expanded its service area to Champaign, Ford, Vermilion, and Iroquois counties. Foster care services are offered for now there. One Hope United took over some of the foster care cases that were formerly handled by Children's Home and Aid in this area this past spring. You're up to date. I'm Jamie Monticelli.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance as you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people.
Contact Justin or Dave at Thomas & Ellers Insurance in Champaign today, 217-356-2400. Yeah, let's let's check your ESPN 93.5 three-day forecast from the National Weather Service.
Looking terrific. High 80, low 55. It's going to be a nice night at Prairie Park over by the Brookins building to enjoy the Painkillers and their blues on stage. It's part of Neighborhood Nights with the Urbana Park District and OSF Healthcare. We've got a high 82 expected tomorrow with sunshine down to around 58 in the evening. On Friday, high 84, low 60, and over the weekend, up into the mid-80s, down to around 60 at night. Right now, the temperature's at 69. ESPN 93.5.
Okay, again, Cardinals beat the Cubs 2-1. That was a battle for first, so temporarily at least, the Cardinals are a game up. 2 games up on Milwaukee, who lost at Oakland. And this is a really tough stretch, schedule-wise, for the Cardinals, playing Houston, the Cubs, Oakland, and the Dodgers. And I had in my head, if you got to 5 or 6 wins, I'd be pretty happy. And right now they're 2-2, having lost the series to Houston, beginning the first one against the Cubs. And I'd be thrilled if the Cardinals could get 2 out of 3 from Chicago. And you got, sure makes it easier if you get the first one. And the Cubs are really good, and they had plenty of chances last night. And Yu Darvish, I've never seen Yu Darvish really pitch a game. And he, had a couple of not so good moments, but for the most part, dominated. Wild pitch to score the run was kind of a mistake, obviously, but the guy can throw. I didn't know he could throw 98 miles an hour. I had no idea. Anyway, Yu Darvish is pretty good, but I can see how Cub fans have been frustrated because he shows spots of brilliance and then not so good. But he had 9 strikeouts in like 6 innings. So, and Adam Wainwright had a pretty darn good outing. And then the best pitcher the Cardinals have right now is this Gallegos. And that takes the sting off the Luke Voit trade with 19 home runs for the Yankees. Cardinals are going, he's from St. Louis, why would we trade him? Luke Voigt's a first baseman, and that spot for sure is filled now. Matt Carpenter, I don't think he got a hit last night in AAA. I think he's 0 for 21. I feel so bad for him. He's got a foot injury trying to rehab, and the poor guy can't get a hit. And Harrison Bader back to AAA. Oh, they love Harrison Bader. He's just got to hit 240, and he'll play because he's terrific in the outfield, but he's hitting 195. So he's got to get her going. Anyway, it's pretty cool last 2 months. Trade deadline today again. It's a big deal for Cubs and Cardinals. I think they're both trying to make a move. We'll see what happens. They've got till 3 o'clock Central Time to make a move. And last hour we gave on the deal of the kind of morning thing, our partners deal, we gave Miga, and we had a lot of response from this fancy restaurant. Beautiful restaurant in downtown Champaign. If you've not been, we got a lot of people that want to go. And tomorrow I'm going to give a deal on a cabin on a ship with us to Hawaii. You'll want to listen to 740 tomorrow morning. If you or someone you know might want to go to Hawaii on a cruise ship. Yeah, 15 nights. What do we do today? Well,
it's about time to get away and enjoy something
December
like that.
27 to January 12 are the dates on this deal for this one inside cabin. And be listening if you're interested. And all we'll do is say, hey, if you're interested. It's not like I'm going. You have to check your calendar, the money, all that stuff. But we'll do it tomorrow morning as part of our partners deal. And then we'll get it going. Curtis Orchard is up on Friday.
Yeah, baby.
Ooh.
Curtis Orchard is open.
I've got a stack of free money to go to Curtis Orchard on Friday. You'll want to be listening to that.
And into the weekend, they've got their Flying Monkey Cafe. Of course, the Wizard of Oz theme is just a delight this time of year.
But now this might sound like, what, are you kidding? But on Friday, I'm going to say, have you ever been to Curtis Orchard?
Right.
And you're saying, well, yeah, everybody's been. I don't know.
There are a few.
I don't know. You think everybody has been to Curtis Orchard, but maybe not.
It's a terrific place.
Anyway, we have a program where we're essentially, I'm handing you money, and you take it and spend it where I ask you to spend it, and then give me feedback. And and people are going, "What's the catch?" There is no catch.
Hi, it's Stevie J. For many years, whenever I've said something a little out there, my kids would say, easy, Stever. Well, I've come up with something a little out there, and I'm inviting you to be part of it. Introducing Stever, a new program that allows you to spend my money and keep the stuff. Sounds good, right? Well, it is. Now, there are 2 requirements. You'll have to use your voucher for the free stuff within 7 days, then give us some feedback about your experience. That's it. Take my money. Spend it within 7 days, then give me some feedback feedback about your experience. But you have to register for this program. Just visit GoStever.com and create an account. You'll need to create a username and password. Once your account has been created, you're all set. Then just listen to Stevie J Broadcasting Stations for your chance to grab one of our daily offers. Visit GoStever.com to register now and to learn all about our new Out There program. All the information is available at GoStever.com. The earlier you get registered, the better chance you'll have at winning. Visit GoStever.com.
Planning a party or an event? Think Big Grove Tavern in downtown Champaign. With 3 large back rooms, Big Grove is the ideal place to host your next important gathering, whether it's for the team after the game or a timeless family gathering. Big Grove has the space and the hospitality to make everyone feel welcome. Features include a full bar and a menu with something for everyone. Contact sales at BigGroveTavern.com or call 217-239-3505 to reserve your private space.
Pros do it right by choosing trusted brands like Zinsser and Little Giant. Lowe's is here to help by stocking those brands at savings you can count on every day. For over 150 years, Zinsser has been the problem solver professionals trust to make the job easier. Pick up a gallon of Zinsser Bullseye 2 Primer Plus Sealer today for as low as $17.08. And we now offer the Little Giant King Combo Ladder, the world's first step, extension, and leaning ladder for only $159. For your next job, and every job after, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. U.S. only.
We have 2 boys in track and lots of laundry. My 4-year-old washing machine started making this loud noise. I mean, it sounded like an airplane taking off, and it was vibrating and banging against the wall. I called Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. My work schedule is weird, but they came out at my convenience and said I needed a new inner and outer tub. They practically had to rebuild the whole machine. Ordinarily, it would have cost me $827, but the whole fix cost me nothing. It was free because I had bought the washer at Dick Van Dyke with their free 10-year protection plan. Imagine a free repair after 4 years. Wow!
I'm Dennis Regan, president of Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. This is a true story that happened here in Champaign-Urbana within the past month. Our customers saved over $700,000 last year on appliance repair costs with our free 10-year protection plan. Wow!
Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
This month, we're very happy to honor Sheriff Deputy Brad Wakefield. What does a guy like you look for?
I think you're just looking for anything that's just out of the normal. You know, patrolling these communities, and we see them all the time. Yeah. You know, people that live in these communities, they're looking out on their streets and they're watching everybody's houses and stuff like that. And they usually call in when something looks suspicious. Yeah. I mean, we're patrolling these neighborhoods pretty regularly. So
county's pretty big.
Oh, it's enormous. It's 36 miles south to north and 28 from west to east. So it's enormous. So we're out there as much as we possibly can, and you see something out of the place, something that you didn't see the day before, definitely get out with it. At least talk to them, make sure it's all on the up and up.
So you're going along, something goes on, and then you got to get that adrenaline thing because it's self-preservation. You got to be safe. And you don't know, Brad, when you come up on a vehicle, when you come up on a home, what you got.
Yeah, I think that's something that you just revert back to your training. Just make sure you're smart and you're not taking chances that, don't need to be taken.
Brought to you by SK Exteriors. Their website, callsktoday.com. All right, 842, the CNN Debate Night 2, headlined by the Vice President and leader in the clubhouse so far, Joe Biden. Kamala Harris, who was the little girl on the bus, in the busing. She scored in the first debate with that. And I think Cory Booker.
Yes.
Tulsi Gabbard. Don't tell me. And the rest.
New York Mayor Bill de Blasio.
He's a beauty.
And former Housing and Urban Development Secretary Julian Castro.
Yeah, he's at 4 or 5%.
Colorado Senator Michael Bennet. We also have Kristen Gillibrand from New York, a senator. Jay Inslee, who's with Washington.
Oh, he's a beauty
Washington
too.
governor.
He's a beauty too. Yeah, there's some that are just for me. But,
businessman Andrew Yang.
I like Andrew Yang.
Okay, there you go.
I like Andrew
Root
Yang.
for him tonight. That's
Andrew Yang.
one.
Stay in there, Andrew. He wants to give you $1,000 a month. Everybody. Yeah.
I like that idea. It's just how do we fund that?
$6,000 in my household. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in yours.
All righty.
Let's go. I don't know. John Delaney, I liked him the best last night. And the guy from Ohio wasn't bad. Tim somebody, he looks angry, though. Tim
Ryan?
Yeah, Tim Ryan.
But John Delaney, folks, I voted for Glenn Pritchard. Okay, so get off my back. He was a Democrat.
Okay.
I could not vote for George Ryan.
How about Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar?
Klobuchar.
I'm sorry.
You know, the story about how she treats her staff ruined it for me.
Oh, that lady.
She is harsh. I don't know, New York Times, somebody wrote about the account where the poor staffer didn't have a plastic fork. He dropped it. And so she used her comb and then said, clean it. You know, she just kind of mean.
I see.
So Amy Klobuchar, Senator of Minneapolis, no chance.
And John Hickenlooper.
It made some sense, but somebody's got to take the moderate space, and I think right now it's Joe Biden. But there's plenty of spots on the left. I mean, you can be a liberal, but boy, when you go as far left as to say free health care for all illegals, open borders, I mean, that's just too far. And if the candidate that goes against Donald Trump has that, I think it's not going to be close.
Author Marianne Williamson,
you
still
love
full
her.
of peace and love.
Come on.
And she said that Trump's heart is full of hate.
Well, listen, Marianne Williamson says some things you're going, what? And then she'll say some things you go, oh, I like that. So keep her on the stage.
Out of town or just out of time? With Busey's Mobile Deposit, you can skip the line and deposit checks whenever you want, wherever you are. It's as easy as sign, snap, and send. Visit Busey.com for details, or download the Busey mobile app for smartphones and tablets to securely access your account when it's convenient for you. Busey, your dream, our promise. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
What makes Rosati's Pizza different? We talked to owner-operator Shane Morrison about the difference between Rosati's and other pizza places in CU.
Number one, ingredients. We cut cheese daily. We only use the freshest ingredients, and we start every morning the same way, rolling dough.
Talk to me about your team.
Everyone wants to pitch in. Everybody wants to help. Yeah, we work as a team.
And you're available to everyone, right?
We deliver to all of CU and Savoy.
Dine in, carry out, or delivery. Thank Rosati's Pizza, 701 South Gregory, Urbana, or visit myrosatis.com/Urbana.
Plants capture CO2. What if we could help industrial plants capture it too? Think how we could help lower emissions. More and more scientists think carbon capture is key to reducing CO2 emissions globally. It's one way ExxonMobil is helping industrial plants be more like plants. That's the unexpected energy of ExxonMobil.
In December, it'll probably be cold, windy, and snowy, but you don't have to stay for that. Hi, it's Stevie J, inviting you to join me for a cruise of a lifetime, our cruise to Hawaii. Imagine spending New Year's Eve on the Grand Princess from Princess Cruises. We'll leave December 27th from Champaign, then fly from Chicago to San Francisco to stay one night in the Bay Area, then board our floating paradise December 28th. Then we'll cruise to Hawaii and visit Hilo on the Big Island, Honolulu for a long day, then off to Nawiliwili, Kauai, known as the Grand Canyon of the Pacific, and then magnificent Maui with its stunning landscapes and superb beaches. Our cruise to Hawaii, December 27th. Prices start at just $42.76. For more information, visit StevieJTravel.com. That's StevieJayTravel.com. Space is limited. Stevie J Travel. Where do you want to go?
It's that blissful time of year yet again. A time for uncontainable elation everywhere you look. And I'm not just talking about summertime. I mean time for the Honda Summer Spectacular event, where well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% APR on select 2019 Honda Accord models. Named America's best midsize sedan by Car and Driver. And while the joy caused by these deals is quite a joy to behold, it's even better to experience for yourself. So hurry in to your local Honda dealer.
See dealer for financing details. Excludes hybrid models. Car and Driver, January 2019.
It's that blissful time of year yet again. And I'm not just talking about summertime. I mean time for the Honda Summer Spectacular event, where well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% APR on select 2019 Honda Civic models, which you made the best-selling compact car in America. Hurry in to your local Honda dealer.
Visit your Central Illinois Honda dealers or go to centralilhondadealers.com.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Type R based on IHS market calendar year to date March 2019 for non-luxury traditional compact car segment new retail registrations in U.S.
Classic and rustic, contemporary, Hampton style, minimalist, or a combination of them all. We all have our own unique needs and particular styles and favorite color patterns. Luther Falls understands that. They have an awesome creation suite on their website, remodelingchampaign.com, that allows you to pair different colors of cabinets, hardwood floors, and countertops. The staff at Luther Falls will take care of all your needs and make sure each cabinet and piece of flooring is perfectly set up. The quality of their products is second to none, and service that can't be beat.
Countertops start at $35 a square foot installed.
All right, sports headlines.
St. Louis Cardinals win 2-1 over the Cubs in Game 1 in the series. 7:15 start tonight. Heard here on ESPN 93.5 with the Cardinals using Miles Michaelis on the mound. Kyle Hendricks for the Cubs. Heard on US 105.9. David Phelps from the Toronto Blue Jays joined the Cubs as the trade deadline approaches 3 o'clock today. Paul Goldschmidt had a great big home run in the 6th inning. In fact, we've got both perspectives of that.
Here's the delivery. Goldschmidt puts the Cardinals on top. A long one into left field, and it is gone. Home run number 25 for the Cardinal slugger. And the Cardinals lead 2-1. He has done it again.
And the 1-1 to Goldschmidt. Swung on, hit in the air, deep left field, trouble. Back is Schwarber to the wall, home run. And it is now a 2-1 St. Louis lead. Goldschmidt now has homered in 7 of his last 8 games.
Yep, he's pretty hot. Mm-hmm. Michael Thomas, wide receiver, the most number one, the highest paid receiver in the history of the NFL. $20 million a year, $100 million deal with the New Orleans Saints. Come on.
Yeah, they're happy about that. That's for sure.
He's good.
Andrew Luck, a strained left calf, missing 2 more workouts in camp for the Colts. And Clinton Dix.
How about that name?
I know.
He's from Alabama, out the Bears.
Still the knee sprain, but he's off the physically unable to perform list.
That's his first name. H-A-H-A. 10 till weather next.
Experience Naya, Asian-inspired Italian cuisine, now open at 212 East Green Street in Champaign. Celebrating food and people is what they do best.
My name is Ann. My husband and I had dinner at Naya, and we loved every dish. We visited Rome a few months ago, and this is a true, authentic Italian menu. I'm telling all my friends about Naya.
Have a new and exciting dining experience right here in the heart of the Midwest at Naya. Now open at 212 East Green.
Pros do it right by choosing trusted brands like Zinsser and Little Giant. Lowe's is here to help by stocking those brands at savings you can count on every day. For over 150 years, Zinsser has been the problem solver professionals trust to make the job easier. Pick up a gallon of Zinsser Bullseye 2 Primer Plus Sealer today for as low as $17.08. And we now offer the Little Giant King Combo Ladder, the world's first step, extension, and leaning ladder for only $159. For your next job, and every job after, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. U.S. only.
Here's your weather.
Plenty of sunshine. High 80, 55 our low tonight. 82 tomorrow with the sunny conditions. Down to around 58 in the evening. Wrapping up the week Friday with a high 84. 85 for Saturday and Sunday with mostly sunny conditions. Right now the temperature's at 70. ESPN 93.5.
I am sick of my regular mass-produced lager at the local watering hole. I just want something new.
Ugh, this one TV isn't showing the game I want to watch. I don't care about any of these teams, and the bartender won't listen when I ask to change the channel.
Can anyone help?
It's Barman. You fellas need to step your game up. Luckily, I got to you in time. You need to head over to Scotty's Brew House ASAP. They have 32 brews on tap and TVs with all the games.
Whoa! It's like heaven.
Welcome to Scotty's.
Whoa!
Head on over to Scotty's Brew House at 2001 South Mill Street in Champaign.
There's nothing better than enjoying summer travel with family and friends. So, for a limited time at Holiday Inn and Holiday Inn Express, we're helping you be there for less. Save at least 20% at thousands of hotels worldwide during our global sale if you book by July 31st and stay by September 15th. And if you're an IHG Rewards Club member, you'll save even more. So what are you waiting for? Book now at HolidayInn.com. We're there, so you can be too. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey Cardinal fans, school is almost back in session, so it's time to make one more visit to Busch Stadium with your family. The weekend of August 9th, 10th, and 11th, the Cardinals take on the Pittsburgh Pirates, and it's loaded with great giveaways. Friday, August 9th, it's the adult Cardinals tank top, presented by Cooper Tires. You'll definitely want to add this Cardinals tank top to your collection. Saturday, August 10th, it's the Cardinals Skyline Mesh Back Hat, presented by Shane Company. This hat features a unique design, highlighting the beautiful St. Louis skyline. Also that day, fans will receive an exclusive pack of baseball cards, courtesy of the Topps Trading Card Company. Sunday, August 11th, it's the Cardinal Mystery Adult Parkway Socks by Stance Incorporated. Enhance your sock game. Go home with one of the 3 different designs. That's August 9th, 10th, and 11th. Get your tickets at cardinals.com/promotions. Cardinals Baseball. Time to fly.
Norm Miller here, chairman of Interstate Batteries. You know, without batteries, life would be pretty lifeless. That's why Interstate All Battery Centers carry them in every size, shape, and style so you can drive, drill, call, film, or do whatever it is you want to do. Stop in today. They've got the power to keep you going. Interstate All Battery Center. Outrageously dependable.
Interstate All Battery Center. You'll find them outrageously dependable just over Interstate 74 at 2504 North Mattis Avenue in Champaign, with batteries for most every application in stock.
I'll be surprised if the Cubs and Cardinals don't do something today. I really will. I think people expect it. Noah Syndergaard had his best outing probably of the year last night. Pitched well for the Mets. And with Bauer and Stroman off the market, it could be Noah Syndergaard. You're going to have to give more than a kitchen sink. Going to have to give the whole house. But he's 27. He throws 100 miles an hour, and he's a 1. So we'll see. Fun. Baseball. Cubs Cardinals again tonight. We got it on ESPN 93.5 for the Cardinals at 6:20.
And for the Cub fans, US 105.9.
And we'll see. It's a darn good battle. Cubbies trying to figure it out on the road. I don't know why they're struggling so much on the road. They got fans everywhere. A lot of blue in St. Louis.
There was
46,000 people. Wow. All right, Diane, we'll meet tomorrow.
Enjoy the day.
Thank you so much for listening. ESPN 93.5. Jeremy Warner standing by. The show is next. We'll meet you in the morning. Hey, thank you for listening. We'll talk to you in August. Have a great Wednesday.
Curtis Orchard in Champaign, Illinois is your central Illinois home for the juiciest and tastiest apples. The apples can be purchased in their quaint little country store, or you can book a spot to pick your own apples in the You Pick Orchard. Curtis Orchard is a family business and has been a working family farm since 1873. Come taste the tradition and family-friendly atmosphere at Curtis Orchard.
So when I tasted the honey from Curtis Orchard, I knew right away this is really, really good stuff.
They're in Southwest Champaign on Duncan Road.
Visit curtisorchard.com.
Hi, it's Rhonda Lash, loan officer with CIBM Bank. We know some of you are exploring, and we know some of you are expecting, and some looking to retire. From your first house, one big enough for all the kids, to that warm vacation escape. So that's why we want to make it easy and lend you the money that you need. So come see me, Rhonda Lash, at CIBM Bank.
Upgrading or buying? Email rhonda.lash@cibmmortgage.com or call 390-9310. NMLS number 1772943.
Let's talk about Noah. Last year, he had a fast food delivery job. The hours were garbage. The pay was worse. So he went to My Computer Career. In less than 6 months, Noah started his IT career. Now he's in line for his second promotion. Is your job garbage? Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. You could start your new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months. Classes meet just twice a week. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
Hi, it's Stevie J. When I needed a new roof, I called Roof Doctors. Actually called a lot of roofing companies to get estimates. But you know, I felt great talking to Randy. I felt that he was honest, reliable, and affordable, and I felt I could trust him. You know what? I was right. They did a terrific job. After they did my roof, I had them do my mom's roof. You know how much you have to like a company to recommend to your mom? With 30 years of experience and the best warranties, call today for a free estimate at 328-7529 or go to roofdoctorsco.com.
Hey Siri, when's Game Day Spirits Epic Clearance Event?
August 9th and 10th at the corner of Neal and Kirby.
And hey Siri, I know they're going to have a lot of deals. What are they going to have on sale?
$5 tees, $7 hats, and more. Check it out.
All right, sounds good. I will. The Epic Clearance Event happening at Game Day Spirit August 9th and 10th. Clear stadium bags for $5. Even Flying Illini bobbleheads half off. If you have questions, search Game Day Spirit on Facebook or, well, just ask Siri.
You're welcome.
Hello, this is Shane Colt from Country Arbors Nursery. For 152 years, my family's been planting trees in Central Illinois. And after all these years, we still plant more trees at the homes of Champaign-Urbana residents than anyone else. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the next best time is now. Because we're having a big sale on all our trees. Right now, save 20% on all shade or ornamental trees. And if you have us plant it in July or August, we'll take an additional 10% off. Pick a tree today, and we can have it planted in the next 2 weeks. For more information and a listing of all the available trees, you can visit countryarbors.com.
Hi, I'm Troy Lands from Lands Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Lands is your local Mitsubishi Electric Diamond dealer. Our technicians are experts at solving your comfort needs, one room or your whole house. Let us show you how a Mitsubishi Electric Heating and Cooling System can save you money now. Your comfort is our priority. Call Lands today at 1-800-AIR-REPAIR or find us online at landsinc.com. I'm Troy Lands, and you can count on my company because you can count on me.
Hello, this is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. We are honored to be celebrating 10 years of service and want to thank all of our amazing clients for their confidence and trust. We look forward to meeting the needs of current and future clients in the years to come. Contact us today at 3017 Village Office Place, Champaign. Call us at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
At CDW, we get that multiple branches and distributed locations can leave your IT staff stressed out. Like Phil here.
Hey, don't talk to me without a ticket.
Fortunately, CDW can implement an Aruba SD branch solution that streamlines IT operations with simple onboarding tools and unified management of wired and wireless connections. It's like a big warm IT hug.
Yeah, you'll still need a ticket.
IT orchestration by CDW. People who get it. Find out more at cdw.com/Aruba. Aruba, a Hewlett-Packard Enterprise company.
Hey, man, you want to grab some lunch?
Sure, but it's got to be somewhere quick.
I got the perfect place.
Okay, the food won't be that good if it's fast, though.
They actually have fast service and great food.
Really? Well, if it's both fast and quality, it's probably high priced.
Nope, the lunch specials are only $6.
I assume it's a pretty small menu then.
Nope, over 80 entrees to choose from.
Bad service?
Nope.
Dirty tables?
Nope.
What is this place?
It's El Toro in Champaign. Let's go.
Visit El Toro at 723 South Neal Street in Champaign today.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.